Hello, everybody. Welcome to Link Scale Models. Thank you so much for stopping by today for Sunday Morning Model Cars and Coffee, hosted by Paul over at Left Coast Model Car Builds. And I know most of you know who Paul is, but if you don't, and you like videos on modeling and stuff, you do yourself a favor and go check him out. Left Coast Model Car Builds. His whole family's into it. Okay, so today is the day after NNL East, and I had a really good time yesterday. I met Tim and his wife from Box Start Garage. I met Dan the Man from 60s Rule. I met Frankie Frizzo from Frizzo's Model Cars, and Dave Wood from Woody's Scale Models. And I looked all over for Mark from Mediocre Modeler, but I never ran into him. But yeah, I had a really good time, and we were only there for a short time actually. Like 3.5 hours, I think it was. But yeah, I picked up quite a few stuff, and I had a good time, and I was really happy to meet everybody. That was great. It would have been cool to be there Friday night with everyone sitting around chatting. But all right, so I'll show you what I picked up. Okay, so Dave Wood fixed me up with a new shop card. That's a nice shop card. I like that a lot. He's got great bills. Dave's a good guy. You know, just like he just a great guy. You know, and when I met him, Frankie Frizzo was hanging with him, and Frankie gave me one of these. That was great to meet him also. Super. And then Dan the Man had a little care package for me. Right, had this sticker for me, and then he had this refrigerator magnet. I just love that, man. I had a buddy that had a van just like that in high school, and we'd go out in that thing and, probably do things high school kids shouldn't, well, no, they should be up to. That's what they had, high school kids, teenagers. All right, and then Dan the Man also fixed me up with this cool shop card. I haven't seen this one before, so it must be a new one. Yep, Dan's a great guy, very nice guy. And he also, look at this. That's pretty cool, right there, right? Keychain to go there. And if you find you might like this type of stuff, and maybe if you wouldn't mind, like, share, comment, subscribe. You give it a shot. If you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe. All right, so there's my email address. I'll be more than happy to swap or just send you one. All right. So we'll get on to what I picked up. Of course, right here, I got these two guys. I mean, who doesn't love these two guys? You know what I mean? And when I went, I'm like, I'm going to pick up one of those shift knobs, but I'll get one of Frankenstein, because I never painted one. And then I says, is that her? And he goes, yeah. He goes, I got Grandpa too. But Grandpa, when I took it out of the wrapper, the cigar is broken, but I got the other piece, so I'll have to glue that back in. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone could have been better, Frankenstein, than Fred Quinn. You know what I mean? Yeah, he stood 7 feet tall when he was dressed as Herman, and he was so puffed out. Can you just imagine trying to work like that all day long and just be smiling, be the nice guy that he was? Yeah, all of them. All right, so when I was a kid, I only remember building two models in my life. This one and a Harley dragster, and I did a horrible job on both of them. This one here was the very first one. I'm cutting the pieces off the sprues with scissors, and I was cutting into the wrong spots. I wasn't even cutting them where I was supposed to, so I was cutting up the pieces. Uh, glue everywhere. Glue just everywhere. And yep, and I did a horrible job. And it was my very first one. So I told myself if I ever find one, I'm going to pick it up. So there it is. I picked it up, and I'll give it some justice, make it a little prouder. It comes molded in yellow, but knowing me, I'm probably going to paint it, you know. All right, and then, uh, and then here I got this 66 Pontiac GTO that I've been looking for, and I'm just so glad that I found this one. And it was sealed, but the corner here was all like pushed in, you know, and I'm like, oh man, you know, so I hope it's not damaged, because if it makes you feel better, I'll open it up right now. And he did, and it was perfect, so I'm psyched about that. You know, the 67 Pontiac GTO is my favorite car of all time, but the 66 is right there. Okay. Whoops. Sorry, Dave. Dave Strickler here. Uh, I never built an altered wheelbase, so, you know, funny car, and I thought that this would be a pretty cool one to build. You know, I really like it. I just never built one, and I'm psyched for that. Whoops, guys, I got a couple. This one here, I really been wanting. I'm so excited to have this one. You know, and the ones I'm showing you that I've been wanting, Hobby Link, they've just been on back order, back order, back order. So I found them. So I'm really psyched about this one. I've been wanting this one for a while. And then another kit that I've been wanting that I thought was pretty cool, the custom Cadillac Lowrider. You know, I think that's going to be a pretty fun build. And then the next two were just stuff I wasn't really looking for, but I came across and I picked up. You know, 66 flat side. I mean, how can you not like that? Mobius, you know. So I picked that up, and I got one more I picked up, and we'll call it a day. Monogram 70 Buick GSX. Now, I had this in Revell, and I thought it'd probably be the exact same kit, but when I came home last night, the Revell actually has 20 more pieces than this one does here. So, on the Revell, on the box, it's in white. On the Monogram, it's in yellow, and those are the two colors this car came in. So, I will do this one yellow, and I'll do the Revell white. All right, we'll flip this around, call it a day, let you go. All right, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by today. Try to make time for your hobbies, you know, and, you know, I hope you all have a great day, and thank you so much for the guys I met yesterday and just, you know, making me feel welcome. And the show is unbelievable. I mean, the work, I've got a lot of work to do. Oh, I'm going to flip this around again, too, because I got one more thing I got to show you. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you exactly what's up. And as you can see, this thing is dusty. This is my USAC group builds. Now, it's my second paint job with my airbrush. And whoops, sorry, Grandpa. And I'm really happy with the way the paint job came out. It came out perfect. But I'm not happy with the color on this car. And it's been slacking. It's been making me slack all year because I have to get on this one. And if I put the bare metal foil on, and I put the decals on, then I can put the windows in and bumpers. And I know, and I already got the chassis all done, the motor's all done. It's just waiting for this. So, you know, I don't know if that's ever happened to you guys, you know, but I got to get on this, and I'm probably going to get into something a little bit also besides this, just to make me want to, you know, be excited about something, because I'm not excited about this one anymore, you know, and I'm not going to put it in the box. I just want to finish it up, get it done. So that's why I haven't been posting too much stuff as far as my builds go. I did do the Rat Fink. I did do the 69 Roadrunner, no, the 70 Roadrunner, and I'm working on Mr. Gasser. All right. All right, so now we're back. Try to make time for your hobbies. I hope you all have a good day. Be safe. And thank you, everybody that I met yesterday, for making me feel welcome at the show. And the work was just unbelievable. I have so much work to do to even think about coming anywhere near any of that. So, okay, be safe. Thank you. Bye.